Hiya folks, and welcome back to Dark Souls. So, we have some cleanup to do on Archdragon Peak, just before we get to a boss fight. I am absolutely certain we'll get to that boss fight this episode though. Go to the Great Belfry. And head out this door again. You'll remember a ladder last episode that I refused to climb. That's where we are going. So we don't need to set off the great procession of snake mens. As you can see, we're doing 843 instead of 600 with our 3-hit combo now. And that's light attacks, so, you know. What up? Yeah, there we go. Get you away from that edge. As painful as it was to do. Ah. Fine by me, it's dead. Let's go up this ladder. Hey, I can see the top of the skybox. So, that's a familiar character over there to some people. Well, he can be interesting to fight, certainly. But we do have to fight him. Because for some reason he don't like us. He is, however, Havel, the Dragon Slayer. Fine then, Havel. This may take a while, because he has a lot of health. He's like a character that's put all of his stats into vigor and vitality. Okay, and quite a lot of strength too, to boot. Probably get some back attacks on him, but haven't done that in a while. Not sure how I did that, to be honest, because you usually have to pick them to achieve that. Oh, punished, punished, punished. Yeah. That's what I was actually trying to do. Just turned out that we got some bonus for doing that. It must have been on the edge of low stam, because I think that's the other way that can happen. Used stone skin. Oh, you're gonna kick me open. The one thing that I've never been able to do properly. But honestly, I think we just have a lot of strength, and on humanes, we are fighting through their poise, because they did fix the poise situation in this game, which is nice. It took them a year and a half, but they did do it eventually. Oh my gosh! Right, well, thank you, Havel. That was scary. I'm always attacking too early. Why you do this? Nope, nope, nope. Dang it! Shouldn't have gone for that greedy shot. Just shouldn't have gone for it. Right, let's do that all over again. good. We won't bother with roly-poly here, we'll just get them away from the ladder and then climb it. Come on. Okay, Havel, you jerk. I'll beat you this time. Wish that wouldn't hit as easily as it does, because it'll often be like 90 degrees off from me when that hits. Except that one actually hit quite well. Roll out. Autobots, roll out! Whoops, not what I meant to do. That's what I meant. Did not break your poise. Alright, back to shield then. Basically I was hoping, because what that skill is meant to do on this sword is make it so you can break poise a lot easier, but turns out it's not enough for old Havel. Come on. Just keep going. The insane stamina on you, my friend, the insane stamina. I actually wanted to kick. Oh no, why did I roll away? Ah. Whoa! Oh, dang it! Why do I keep missing my opportunities? It's just that I don't expect him to be knocked around like that. Whoa! Oh, no, no! No. He can wind up so easily from any position. Oh boy, nearly out of Estus. Finally landed a hit on you. And in a straight up trade like that, I can't win. So. I feel like they've tweaked you, Havel. I feel like I've had a much easier time of it with you normally. Yeah, I feel like Havel's been quite easy in the past, but he is giving me a run for my money. Stop being cute. We will beat you, Havel. Make your time. Seriously, come on. No clipping through pillars, please. Could barely see my souls and was wondering where they were. Maybe I should get a freebie on him. What was that? Yeah, anger. Anger and hatred. Infinite stamina Havel. Didn't expect that. That came out of nowhere. There's no wind up on that. Oh boy. No. I accidentally rolled forward. That was going okay as well if I hadn't have rolled forward. Again. Wondering whether we will actually get to the boss this episode. Havel, the true boss of Archdragon Peak. At least we're getting 3,000 souls every time we die. That would have been bad if that actually hit. And super unfair. Okay, Havel. I will backstab you this time. You cannot stop me. Stop being a cheaty son. And backstab. You tried. You tried really hard. You tried super hard to make that awful, but you didn't get to, so I'm happy. That was a backstab that missed. I've never seen that before. Okay. Reset that. I'd never expect that attack. I mean, it doesn't have any wind-up, so that's not really a surprise, but... Stand back, you're gonna stone skin. I'm gonna embarrass you with a dung pie. Now you're stinky. Why did I change my weapon? Dang it. Kind of preempt having to get out of trouble, and so if that ever happens, I tend to miss it. Don't choke. Don't choke. Seems like my biggest problem. No, don't. I rolled forward again, it was bad. Seems like my biggest problem with the fight up to that point is I was blocking and I shouldn't have been blocking. And that's actually the end of that story. So, got his shield, got his club, and we also get a fresh Titanite slab. If we go to here, let's take a look at what we've been given. That's 18, that's 28. I kind of want to know what a character looks like that has enough vitality to be able to wear Havel stuff without fat rolling. Although I don't think that's practical. I think you just embrace fat rolling. Anyway, tremendously solid and heavy great shield cut straight from the great slab of stone, said to be the relic of legendary Havel the Rock. Along with Dragon Tooth, the shield is imbued with a special power reminiscent of Havel himself, Stone Flesh. Raise the shield in silent prayer, turning the user's body into a solid mass of stone. And then we also have a weapon, which is this one. Great hammer. Created from an everlasting dragon tooth that will never break. Left by Havel himself along with his boulder-like great shield, grants its wielder resistance to magic and fire, skill perseverance. Pretty cool, and we're actually going to do this. Yeah, Shrine Bonfire will do. So now we want to go to Best Watches? No, Old Wolf of Farron. This is very abstract, incredibly abstract thing. But we're going to get the rest of Havel's armor. And I'm not sure what the relevance of it being here is, and I don't think most people would notice. It just so happens that someone did at some point, and now everyone knows. But after you kill Havel, his armor is all the way up here, and on the broken bridge that we have not been to in many episodes. So you can see that item over there. That is Havel's armor. Run our butt off. And there's Havel's stuff. That does not appear until you have killed Havel. So let's take a look at Havel's hat. Armor is hewn from giant boulder, highly protected but excessively heavy. The warriors who followed Havel the Rock never flinched nor retreated from battle, crushing any foe that stood in their way. Why don't we wear it just for funsies? So if we wear all of Havel's stuff, including your great shield, that. Where did I go? Yep, I know we don't have enough strength. And your great club. We are 149.5% overweight. Yep. I can't even run. And that's what happens if I try and roll. So, I mean, I guess what you do is you put enough vitality into your character that you're able to at the very least fat roll. I think there's also a ring that will help. Gradually increase stamina, dark, lightning. Boost miracles, greatly boost pyromancies. Boost pyromancies. Additional spells. Where are we? Lowering equip load increases attack. No, that was close though. I'm pretty sure we have picked up this ring too. Apparently not. I think there's a ring or an amulet or something which lowers your equip load based on some statistic, and I can't recall for the life of me what that is. But let's get our Dragon Crest shield back. And the rest of our stuff. What? Ah. Yeah, so making a character to be able to use Havel stuff seems like a complete investment and totally impractical, but super fun. And I think that's kind of the nature of what Dark Souls 3 to me is all about, is even if your build is super impractical, as long as you're having fun, that's cool. It's why I've done builds in the past where I went pretty much only archery, or I made my bleed whip build, where I'd wear Thorns armor, have a whip with a bleeding crystal on it, and just go nuts. Thorns whip, sorry, with a bleeding crystal on it. So it's super bleedy. I heard Twinkling Titanite that we have never actually, or a Titanite lizard that we must have never have gotten. Hello? Hello, Crystal Lizard? Hi. How did we miss you? Okay, that's fine. But now that we've also maxed out our Great Knight Sword, or Black Knight Sword, sorry, we can also start investing Twinkling Titanite into something else. As well as Titanite Scales, which I haven't spent any of. Those are used on the super duper special weapons and armor and so on that you can get from these fine folks, or the one fine folk anyway, the fine folks that gave you their souls in order for you to get sweet gear, which we haven't in a while checked on what we can actually get for the souls that we've been acquiring, so why don't we do that?
Ah, found her, did we? And the black eyes that shimmer within, I see. 'Tis as if it were but yesterday. We did all we could to spare her from them. Much has happened since. Mayhap I should apprise thee of what the thin light of these eyes might reveal to the eyeless firekeeper, scenes of betrayal, things never intended for her ken, visions of this age's end.
Yes. I've never heard that dialogue actually, so that's interesting. Got some new spells, Life Hunt Scythe. Where did we get that from? It was just cost souls. Soul of Eldritch, right. Punt of Sullivan's Greatsword, Moonlight Greatsword, Wolf Knight Greatsword. These ones all take scales to upgrade. Demon Great Axe, I think we saw that one. Yorm's Great Machete, so you can get that huge thing that Yorm was getting. Sinful's Hammer, Astor's Spear, Soul of the Rod Greatwood, Soul of Champion Gundyr. We can get Gundyr's Halberd, which is pretty neat. Requires 30 strength and 15 dexterity, so we could actually use that one. Demon Fist, one of the few fist weapons in the game. Dark Moon Longbow, Yorm's Great Shield, so got that as a option. All the Great Shields seem to require, all the decent Great Shields seem to require 40 strength. Havel's Ring, increase maximum load. That's the one. That's what we were looking for. Costs 5,000 souls. And a soul of a stray demon. So we probably should actually take that, since the kind of character that we're making. Prisoner's Chain, Soul of Champion Gundyr, increase vigor, endurance, and vitality, but take more damage. So that one is good for more armor as well. I'm not sure how much it increases your vitality by. Portion of steel chain used to restrain Gundyr. Gain vigor, endurance, and vitality, but take extra damage. Prisoner is one who staked everything on the belief. Proclivity, most apparent in the greatest of champions. I'm not sure how much extra damage you take either. And I think out of those, I would probably take Gundyr's Halberd. To be honest. So, that's pretty fun. Yeah.
Now. So,
it increases our maximum equip load. I'm not sure how that's reflected. Increase HP restored with Estus Flask. Absorb HP from a defeated foe. Place you. Havel's Ring. Where are you? There it is. So 67. It takes 7% from what we currently have. I'm not sure what that is at base though. So that's pretty interesting. Means we can equip something heavier. Could we get away with a Cursed Great Shield? No, does not look like it. Still fat rolling with the Cursed Great Shield. Oh well. Much closer though, because we were at 84 with the Cursed Great Shield before that. So I wonder if, I'm not about to do the experiment now, but I wonder if we'd be fat rolling with Havel's stuff. Since I have no intention of using Havel's stuff, I have no intention of testing it. So, do we have any bone shards? Kind of putting off doing the boss fight up at Archdragon Peak, because we're 2 minutes from the end of the episode here. So just doing some
just good, wasn't he?
minor work. Reinforce Estus? No, Estus shards. We could start investing in another weapon though, which would be pretty cool. So that notch whip is the one that I use. You can see it has bleeding there under additional effects. Is the one that I used in my whip build, and you put a bloody gem on it, I think. I can't remember what kind of gem it is. But it adds even more bleeding to the whip. And then you put all your stats in luck. Luck. And that increases the amount of bleed that you do on top of that, or again, and so on and so forth. So you do a lot of bleed damage, so it doesn't really matter if somebody's blocking you a lot, or you're not making good contact with your weapons, because eventually you will max out their bleed and they will take a lot of damage, and you just do that over and over again until they die. This guy...
I failed to thank you for helping them find their final resting place.
That is from killing the dudes. I should have talked to him after doing that. That's a mistake. A ring given to the Undead Legion of Farron reduces skill FP consumption. The Abyss Watchers, that's who I was after, for their hunting required a sword technique that went beyond any existing art. Wolf's blood provided just that, and this ring further extends the effect. So that's pretty cool. So if you're going for an FP build...
I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward?
Being hunted down by me, I guess he is talking about.
I pity the...
Yeah, right. He's important for what we are currently doing with the Archdragon Peak. He was an Abyss Watcher, but he is also a Dragon Seeker. So we'll see more about that in the future. So yeah, next episode, we'll finally fight that boss I've been yammering on about. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.